Welcome to the NSC Dispatcher IVR Training Part 1, Accepting a Service Request. The IVR is very important to the NSC as we provide to our customers access to our software to view all their calls in real-time status. In addition, the NSC will also keep a report card on each service company based on their adherence to following the requirements of the IVR. The NSC has 100% transparency on every service request to our customers, which is why it is important that each service provider accept the call as soon as possible. The NSC has updated the steps to accepting a service request. We have eliminated the requirement for the dispatcher to provide acceptance in a specific type format. The dispatcher will now just click on a designated tab that will allow you to accept a service request. This new format is a two-step process. Step 1, the dispatcher will receive an email to accept the call from the NSC, and Step 2, the dispatcher will then receive a second email to provide a scheduled date and time. Note, this training document will focus only on step number 1, accepting a service request. When the NSC dispatches you a service request, it will come in the form of an email. Because you can forward an email to another person, the subject line must never be changed, as this is the format which communicates with our software and automatically updating each call. In the attachments section, you will find the NSC work order and any other attachments specific to this service request that may need to be shared with either the technician and or the billing department. Here's where you will click the Accept tab to accept the service request. And finally, it is important that all information below important service instructions be reviewed and shared with the technician and or the billing department. To accept a service request, the dispatcher needs only to click the Accept tab. That's how easy it is to accept a service request from the NSC. After accepting the work order, you will receive the below notification. Thank you for your response. Accepting a service request from the NSC is that easy. To accept a service request, all you need to do is click the Accept box in the body of the email. What happens if I do not accept a service request? If a dispatch request has not been accepted or declined within 15 minutes, the NSC software will automatically generate a reminder email that will be sent every 10 minutes for 2 hours until the dispatch request has been accepted or declined. You will now read that the subject line states, "Acceptance not updated." Also in red, you will now read you have not replied to service requests. To stop the reminder emails, you will just click the Accept box. I received a service request. Can I forward it to another person and have them provide the acceptance? Yes, you can. For the acceptance email, you can forward the email without changing the subject line of the email. You can type any notes in the body of the email asking that person to accept the call. Once that person clicks the Accept tab, it will update the NSC software. After the service request has been accepted, you will receive a second email requesting a scheduled date and time, which will be discussed in Part 2 of our training. Note, if the person you forward the email to does not respond in the required time to accept the service request, you will receive all the email reminders. This next slide will show you the status changes to the call in our software and is also what our customers will see. When we create a new service request, the status is new. When you accept the call, the status changing to pending scheduled date. When the NSC dispatches a service request, you will have 2 hours to accept the call. When a call expires, it will be documented for the NSC service provider report card. The NSC will then redispatch the service request again to the same company or to another service partner. The NSC Dispatcher IVR was designed for 2 reasons. Number 1, to provide to our NSC customers the ability to view their service requests in real time and know the status of every service request from dispatch to completion. The accuracy and timeliness of the information provided to us by each service company is critical to ensure that we are successful. And 2, to create a simple process for the service company to accept and schedule a call without the NSC having to call and follow up by phone and email, taking time away from the dispatcher that can be best spent completing tasks for their own company. The NSC thanks you for taking the time to review the NSC IVR dispatcher training, accepting a service request.